Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and you all know that my favorite type of content to make is a stroll down memory lane, particularly when I binge watch some of my favorite shows like Love and Marriage Huntsville. And this video is similar to that. The stroll down memory lane will not be to a specific episode, but when they were promoting the show on Sister Circle. We're going to take a look at a couple of different clips where the ladies from LAMH appeared on Sister Circle, not just for season 1, but for season 2. And I want to give my commentary on both. Now, before we get into it all, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And know that everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these sound bites are allowed. Okay, so in this first clip, the ladies are promoting season 1 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And you're going to hear through their answers to Selena Johnson and Rashawn Ali's questions that they were totally promoting Love and Marriage Huntsville as a show that was about not just relationships and friendships, but definitely about the business.
Just gathering myself. Okay. Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. Our next guests are the stars of OWN's new reality docuseries, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Judging from the previews, it looks very juicy. Let's take a look.
Kimmie,
Sir.
when I reached out to you in terms of being the realtor for the transaction, you could have said Martell.
Uh-huh.
You guys already getting the land. Have we met on this? Only thing you said, okay.
You telling a lie. And you know the lie is in you, and that's not true.
Oh, what happened?
I specifically told you, how you going to do that when Marceau was the one who found the land? Did you tell him? You said, no, we're going to tell him. I said, you need to tell him, or I'm going to tell him.
Okay.
Child, please welcome down to the circle the lovely ladies of the show, Melody Holtz, Kimberly Grant, and Tisha Scott.
Hi! Y'all look so nice.
So listen here, what's going on down to the Huntsville child? Is marriage different down there?
I don't think any of our marriages or relationships are any different than probably what other people all over the nation experience and suffer from. But we've definitely been enjoying the experience, and we're looking forward to really having real conversations that a lot of people sometimes shy away from and don't want to have.
Do you think that's what sets you guys apart from the other shows? Like, what are some of the things that will set us, that we'll notice that is different from
Well, one thing is that we're actually friends. We weren't casted and just put together, you know. So yeah.
The six of us were actually friends, and I think people are going to be able to relate to the show because it speaks on marriages, friendship, and business partners, and doing business with friends. So
because it's business with each other.
Right.
That's key.
I love the fact that y'all were really friends first.
Yeah. Right.
Nobody put the group together.
That's right.
Okay, good. Speaking of the group, you guys call yourselves the Comeback Group. You're all in real estate. So what is the mission of the Comeback Group?
Well, the goal of the Comeback Group is to really put focus on areas in Huntsville that have been overlooked and kind of poverty-stricken, and find ways to bring value back to that community, right? By bringing in new residential construction, commercial construction, helping people with their credit, and just really finding ways to not wait on political figures to make change, but for us to be the change.
Yes, love it, love it.
Now, Kimmie, you are engaged, so you are not yet married.
On the show,
you'll
see us engaged in a wedding. We are currently married.
You made it.
Yes.
All 3 married women. Okay, what are some of the challenges that you face on the show as opposed to, before you were on the show?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
A lot of them for us. The biggest thing in our world is just, it's so busy. Like, it is insane trying to actually live your daily life and go to work and
pay your bills
Mhm.
and that kind of thing, and then make time for shooting
Right.
and having them follow you and having conversation and follow up. As far as the relationship goes, a lot of it for us hasn't been very different because the upside to the show is that we get to be ourselves.
Right.
That's like crazy. Who
Yeah.
gets to like go to work and be yourself?
Right.
Right.
And we really have fun together. So
Right.
when they stepped in and filmed us, we was like, wow, this is just us being us.
Yeah. So it had. We already know marriage is difficult. So did it shine a light on some areas that maybe you hadn't addressed?
I think it opened the door for more conversation
Okay.
on areas that hadn't been addressed for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the children, how were the children affected?
Mm.
Oh.
Jalen's in college.
Yeah, so
Jalen's off the chain right now. Like Jalen is just
popular.
off the chain.
Yeah.
He loves it. His friends love it. Being in school, having your parents on TV is a whole
Yeah.
world
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it's. He said, I don't know if it's affecting y'all like it's affecting me.
Yes.
I'm digging it.
and our kids are 6 and 2, so they're
Right.
My kids are small, so they don't even watch TV. So yeah.
Okay. So what message do you want people watching the show to gain from watching this beautiful display of Black love?
Yeah.
well,
Go ahead.
for me, I really hope that it sparks and ignites something in everyone to want to be able to give back to their communities
Mhm.
and not be afraid to work together with people that, you feel like you can work with and actually make change. I also hope that it opens the doors for conversations, like I said, that a lot of people don't want to have because they're
Yes.
difficult conversations. So,
Yeah, and the main thing for me is that I've been a stay-at-home mom for the past 5 years, and I just want people to know that it's okay to stay home now in 2019 and take care of your kids and take care of your family.
You know that's a whole
Right.
job.
But people look at it as, oh man, you're weak. I'm like, there's
No,
nothing
you are
weak
not.
about taking care of your kids
Oh
and being
my
submissive. There's nothing wrong with that. I have a master's in finance.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm good.
Right.
You know what? It's in my opinion, sometimes I wish that I could just be a stay-at-home mom. It's
Mhm.
favored because you're going to be the first line of learning for your child and making
Exactly.
sure that they have order, they have a routine, that
Yes.
they're on top of their stuff, their food and nutrition.
And Selena and I have had like a taste of it because of just our careers.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
up
So
and down.
up and down. And
Right.
so like I love the fact that everybody thought that I was actually a teacher at her school.
Right.
No, like I'm a mom.
Right.
Yeah, so that's great.
Well, ladies, we thank you all so much for being with us. You can catch Love and Marriage Huntsville on Saturday night
Yes.
at 10 p.m.
Okay, so that was the first clip of the ladies from Love and Marriage Huntsville promoting season 1 of their show. It's a shame to see where Love and Marriage Huntsville is at this point because it was such a special show. Melody pointed out that, they all knew each other prior. They weren't brought together, kind of like the music group In Vogue. The producers did like this wide audition and the ladies were personally picked and brought together. Or like your average reality TV show where people may send in an audition tape and people are researched by the producers and then they do test filming and they select them. With Love and Marriage Huntsville, they were all friends. Tisha said it too in that clip that they were friends. And we all know that Melody pitched the show to Carlos King. And Carlos King called Martell and said, oh, it'll take me longer to put together an HGTV style show. But if we can do an ensemble cast, we can do it right now. And he had to tell Martell what an ensemble cast was. He asked Martell, did he know any other couples? Martell said yes, and the rest is history. So this was a really special reality TV show where they all knew each other personally and they all had a specialty within the umbrella of real estate. And they talked about that in this clip as well. And, Melody said, we're not waiting on political figures to try and improve the poverty-stricken areas of Huntsville. We are taking those matters in our own hands. And some of us do the building. Some people are helping folks with their credit, all important areas to help people achieve home ownership. And then they conversed about Tisha being a stay-at-home mom. And Selena Johnson, she gave her encouragement to Tisha, saying that sometimes she wished she could have been a stay-at-home mom. So wherever you land on the side of that token, it's all good because we see beautiful, articulate, successful Black women having meaningful conversation about some important topics. So, I will always cherish the first couple seasons of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And this clip of them promoting season 1 totally takes me back. So now let's fast forward a year later where the ladies are promoting season 2 of Love and Marriage Huntsville, again on Sister Circle. This time the co-hosts are, again, Rashawn Ali and Trina Braxton. So we're going to go ahead and get into this clip, and then I will come back with my commentary. I am grabbing this clip for you right now. And we have a brief commercial break. Just one moment. Please hit the like button.
Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. The couples of OWN's Love and Marriage Huntsville are back with a new season. But this go around looks like there may be trouble in paradise amongst the couples and the wives. Let's take a look.
I texted a couple times in regards to the comeback group.
Oh yeah, girl, I wasn't doing comeback group texts.
Yeah, I see. I couldn't really tell if you weren't replying or if I had the wrong number, if your number changed. Or...
Yeah, I saw the number. I have the same number. It comes across my phone. I'm like, oh, okay, delete.
Please welcome the ladies of Huntsville, Melody Holt, Tisha Scott, and Kimberly Scott. And now you all are seasoned now. So what did you all do to approach reality and television this go around?
Yeah.
I think for me, my approach was really the same. Transparency, right? Just being transparent. If you're going to do reality TV, let it be real, right?
Yes, yeah.
So for me, my approach really has been the same as it was. I'm just picking up where I left off.
Okay.
Gotcha. That's pretty true for all of us at the end of the day. We're picking up from the episodes that we left off from, and we just try to keep it 100.
Yeah, that's all we can do. Keep it all the way real. Yeah. So what's going on with the comeback crew?
We are still, comeback group has had its issues for sure. At the end of the day, though, like in our hearts, we all want to do things for our community,
right?
Grow North Huntsville, give back any way that we can, even if that's with the comeback group or without the comeback group. You don't need a title of to say I'm going to give back to my community. Yeah. So we're working hard to make sure that we're still giving back to the community, regardless of what happens with the comeback group. But stay tuned to see how it plays out.
As far as the comeback group, I mean, like, we're developing a retail plaza and we're making it an experience. Like, we want to make sure you have a great experience in the neighborhood that you live in. Yeah. So our whole initiative was to just go back to the communities that we grew up in and give that experience that we get when we go outside of the community. Yes. Why can't we have this same enjoyment and experience in our own community? Yes. So when God bless you and you're in a position to do that,
do it. Give back.
You develop there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Same for you? All day long. It's what I live and breathe. Yeah. And I mean, that's where we all come together as far as what we want to do in our communities and where we all came from. I'm from Baltimore. She's from Bessemer, Huntsville. We all came from places that have been underserved. Mm-hmm. And so we want to be able to give back to those areas.
All right, DMV area.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of transparency, you and your husband, Martel, have been going through some marital issues, and you've been very open about it. But how open are you going to be about it, and how is it affecting your marriage now, playing it out on television?
We're still very open about what we're going through, and I think for us, at the end of the day, we made a decision to put it out there and be real versus look like this perfect couple, because that's not the truth. And I tell people all the time, just because you are a power couple, you're making business moves together, that doesn't mean you're the perfect couple, right? And so for us this season, just I will say be ready for a lot of hard conversations, deep conversations, maybe some get your stuff. Y'all saw it on the trailer. So it's definitely still an uphill downhill spiral, the everything else kind of battle for us.
Yes.
You know how they say, reality TV is like a relationship curse. So to speak. So do you feel like the show's putting any pressure on your relationship?
I've gotten that question a lot, and what I always say is reality TV just allows you guys to see what's happening. I would never say that reality TV was a curse to my marriage. It was already happening before the cameras were there. The cameras are just now capturing. There you go. What's happening? So at the end of the day, whatever decision right now you guys will see on the first episode, I'm visiting with a divorce attorney. I'm weighing my options still, and it's kind of like, what decision do I want to make that I can live with every day that will make me happy?
That's what it's all about.
Ladies, what can we expect from you this season?
Well, for me, it's going to be interesting because you're going to see me transitioning from being a stay-at-home mom to actually get it out here in the workforce and trying to balance it all. Like, I don't want to give up my career as it been developed to be a stay-at-home mom, but I also don't want to give up my family to go out here and work. So how can you balance it all? Is it possible?
You can.
So,
What will we see from you? I get to enjoy my boo thing. Our 1-year anniversary. So we get to have fun. We get to enjoy each other. We get to, sit back, relax. We're doing our whole blended family thing. So we get to bring that conversation to the forefront and talk about ups and downs, bumps in the roads, kind of new moms, new dads, and get that thing worked out.
Now we'll be watching. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming. And guess what, guys? Love and Marriage Huntsville premieres September 7th on OWN at 9. And remember, the conversation always continues at Sister Circle TV on all social media platforms.
Thank you, ladies.
I switched from YouTube TV to Philo, and it's saving me $600.
That was those clips of the ladies being on Sister Circle. We see a total 360 or 180 in Tisha's storyline for season 2. So in season 1, she was saying, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I want to pretty much remove the stigma from that. And for season 2, she is saying, you're going to see me navigate and try to achieve balance between supporting my family at home, taking care of housework, family duties, as well as contributing to the finances of the household and actually reestablishing a career. And they let her speak her truth on her storyline. And Melody said, you're going to continue to see me seek out my peace and do what's best for me. You're going to see me meet with a divorce attorney. And Kimmie, even as early as season 2, for years now, a lot of people have said that Kimmie and Maurice should have just been friends of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And when they asked her what her storyline was going to be for season 2, she said, you get to see me be with my boo. It's like, okay. And then she said, we're going to be doing our blended family thing, and you will, hear that conversation. So I felt like, wow, even back then, it wasn't really saying much as to what they contributed as far as storyline. We all know that after, unfortunately, she was diagnosed with a very serious illness. I don't even like to say the word, but their storyline became their sex life, and they exhausted us with that. My goodness. So then the closest thing they've had to real storyline was actually when Maurice got arrested for having the DUI. And that is, and then of course, most of all, even above that, was everything that Kimmie went through with her health. I should say that was their number one storyline. Absolutely. Then number 2, his DUI. And so that was just like a great throwback for me when the ladies were on Sister Circle. And I always felt like that was a great concept of a talk show because it was hosted by Black women, and a lot of the conversation, the topics were really Black women centered. So I'm sorry to see that it doesn't really come on anymore currently, but I always thought that was a great show. And yeah, it's just always great to look back at those first couple seasons of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So what did you think about Melody, Tisha, and Kimmie's responses to the host questions during both clips? What do you think about how the show has just changed so drastically? It's really sad to watch. I know that a lot of you have commented on videos and have said, Carlos knows how to develop and start a reality TV show, but in people's opinions, he tends to kind of ruin it, unfortunately. And I think that he really has low standards and low expectations for his viewers. He thinks that we just want to see 100% ratchet, and he thinks we want to see the ganging up on one person. But that is the ultimate turnoff, actually. And I love to hear about business. It could be the nerd in me. It could be the numbers girl in me. It could be, the one who Googles and, I'm trying to like learn all the time, and I love learning, but I like conversations about business and, what you could possibly do to create another stream of income. And what does that mean? What are you putting into the business? What is the risk? What is the possible return? What are your overhead? Like, I like that conversation. So Love and Marriage Huntsville, it had so much potential, so much promise. And then, it just turned dark. And that dark energy, it did not seek out another show to leech onto. It like remained. But I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video, as it is a free way of supporting the channel. And please subscribe to Shows, Style, and Spirit if you have not already done so. I am recording this video on a Tuesday, April 8th, but by the time you're seeing it, it is Wednesday, April 9th. And I hope that you are having a wonderful Wednesday so far. And hopefully we will be blessed with beautiful weather. I know that the temperatures are up and down, so I know to wear my coat, my hat, to avoid getting sick. So you take good care of yourselves as well. And as you enjoy your favorite YouTubers, be sure to grab a bottled water so that you can get your water in while you're listening to your favorite YouTubers. Maybe even grab a banana or an orange and eat it while you're watching them and being entertained, so that you get both your water and your fruit in while you're hanging out on YouTube. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.